Yo, what is happening, everybody? Hello, hello. It's a good way to start the morning. I'll get started in a second. Just want to rock out to this. This is so good. You ready to sketch? This is my friends Johnny Booth. I'm going to see them on Sunday. Very excited. Let's hear yeah, I can concentrate with this music. They're playing in Amityville, Kirk. We should go see them. Or I'm going to see them. So I'm not going to start with Mechs. I lied. It's almost as if music affects people differently. It certainly does. The band is called Johnny Booth. Oops. The vocals are just like, chill, dude. He's one of the calmest people in real life. It's very funny. Alright, I didn't warm up today, so we're going in cold. First sketch of the day. I think this is why he's the calmest person in real life. Yeah, probably. He gets all his anger out. I'm liking these mechanical birds. They look so real. Yeah, they are very mechanical. You know what I'm gonna do? Everybody always says to do it, but I never do it. I'm gonna just change the color of the canvas. Maybe not that much. How does this song make you calm and focus? I just like heavy music. I'll turn it down a little bit. Like I said, music affects people differently. It is true, music does affect people differently. And as a fan of the heavy, are these highly organic mech birds? How did you know? No, I'm gonna do mechs in a little while. I just wanted to finish up the bird studies I was doing yesterday. Those mechs are sick. I'll do the mechs in a little bit. I have some mech studies for this upcoming video. I don't want to do the pupil. He's actually streaming from the park. It's true. Kirk has been following my location. He knows exactly where I am. Style level up, thank you. I feel like the style has been changing a lot, so I'm happy about that. That's weird. Ah, fuck. I don't want to do that. I really like your work. Thanks for all the tutorials. Is it okay if I ask questions? Of course it's okay. I might not be able to, you know, I might miss it, but you can ask questions for sure. I wouldn't mind if you repeat the questions a bunch of times if I don't answer it the first time, but now I'll be on the lookout for it. Cool mechs, I know. Besides a lot of drawing, what exercises do you do? To me, I don't really do many exercises much anymore, but I did for a while. It honestly has a lot of the stuff that I teach in the videos, or a lot of the exercises, like the box exercises and stuff. But teaching has become sort of my way of doing those exercises. This is a message specifically for Kirk, because I know you're watching. I talked to Steve. I think he also wanted to go to the Johnny Booth show on Sunday, so we should go. We'll get some behind the scenes vlogs. I thought we were gonna animate. Yeah, I know. I'm still, I'm not ready, I don't think. I'm gonna do that immediately after this, though. Sometimes I say I'm gonna do one thing, and then I do another thing. Oh, you're gonna be in Texas this weekend? Alright, I guess I'm going without you. I guess I'll go with Steve. Did you always shade your drawings when you started? Not really. And that was something that I've been improving is more of the interior line work and style to it. I've been enjoying developing that and seeing like what areas I want to include details, what areas I don't. That's been really the biggest change, I think. I don't really like a lot of what I did on this, but there's good elements and bad elements. How do you convey form with just shading? So here's a good example. I'll try to explain what I'm doing. So one of the mistakes that people tend to do is they'll see a texture and they'll try to do it all over the entirety of the subject, which I'm doing in some of these. But if you imagine every single element in this, right? Like the breast feathers of this raven, if you imagine them as a sphere, right? For me, I'm thinking, where am I going to include the details so that it sells that this is a rounded object? So if I imagine my light source is coming from top left, right, then everything around the terminator here is going to be in shadow. But we don't want to just tell that it's in shadow. We want to do that plus add some texture. So I'll tend to put my textures that way. And then I'll also try to emphasize that core shadow. And then we can break the silhouette a little bit. So that's really the idea. And for me, I like these sort of bleached highlights where everywhere that's in highlight doesn't really have much lighting information at all. So that's generally the idea when I'm going into it. You know, and then certain instances like this, I'm using wrapping lines to show that there's volume. I'm treating all the different types of feathers differently. And then it's like selecting where you want to place your details in and learning what sort of preferences you have for that. Do I like Picasso? Yeah, he's dope. He's the legend. So that's the idea. And so if I was doing this traditionally, I've kind of worked on this style as well. What I would do is I'll do ballpoint pen first, and all this like looser line work I'll do in ballpoint. And then the heavier I usually do in a brush pen. I'll get to the Mech Studies in a bit. I just wanted to finish up these birds. Do I prefer not to cross hatch? Yes, I still do. Kirk, you were very attentive. I don't know how you remember these things. Can you give some advice about line weight and pen pressure? I guess the biggest advice is, one, you have to study from other artists and see what they're doing and try to break down what it is they're doing. The next is yeah, I mean, if you enjoy my line work, it's because I put so much thought into it, you know. I'm always thinking what elements I want to include, what I don't want to include, and I appreciate the compliments. I think it's just I spend a lot of time thinking about what sort of elements I like to include, and for me, a lot of it, all the line work follows the lighting. Oh, this part's so good. Hey Khalil, when can we expect more podcast episodes? I think I have a few lined up. I have a painter named Benjamin Bjorklund. He's amazing. I have him lined up. Kikai Kotaki. Sori Kim. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I actually forget. That's true. These birds are actually government spies. What's really funny is I made a joke about that to my friend Andrew before realizing that was actually happening. Is it possible to watch the previous streams? You can subscribe on Patreon for $2, although I've been failing to upload those, so I'm sorry to those $2 patrons. I'll get that up. Being a terrible patron guy. Any progress on getting Brother Baston on the podcast? I did speak to him, actually. He said he was embarrassed to be on the podcast because he thinks the other guests were more prominent than him, and I said that's a stupid reason. You make great stuff. You should come on the podcast. So you guys got to keep pressuring him and peer pressuring him. Fuck. Holy shit. Try sketching a Philippine eagle. Perhaps. Also, is this you screaming? No, this is not. Can I get James Pake on the podcast somehow? He was supposed to come on. I ended up having to reschedule. It was on my end. So you have me to blame for him not having an episode already. And now it's a lot harder now that I don't live next to Brainstorm. But James Pake is in fact my boss, so I think I can swing it. He's just a busy dude, as you would expect. Do I also did you also study computer science? I did for a little bit. I'm not constructing these birds from memory. Did you have any knowledge that I did that for a little bit, or is that something you just asked just for the sake of asking? The computer science thing. I don't know if I mentioned that anywhere. Someone mentioned here. You know, I did study it for a little bit. I whatchamacallit, wasn't really very good at it. I don't think I gave it the college try though. It was for me, I had just left med school, and then I really was not ready to just start learning something that diligent. A lot of people I know are in computer science, though. Kirk included. James, are you wearing pants? I am wearing running attire. They're not really pants. They're more like those fucking... Yeah, I don't know. I was told pants were optional. They are when you work from home. I don't really like what I'm doing here. I do computer science, so this does mean does this mean that there's hope? Well, it depends on what you want to do. Thanks for answering us while killing it. Oh, I don't know if I'm killing it. I feel like I'm kind of fucking up, but thank you. I always like answering the questions. I feel like it's, you know, if you're doing a live stream, you might as well try to interact with the audience. That's kind of the point. He's wearing leggings. That's true. That is exactly what I'm doing. Any specific reason we're studying birds today? Well, yesterday I was doing mentorship. One of my students was copying Evan Amundsen, I forget how to say his name, and so then we made a fake hashtag called April of Avians. But I should get back to those mech studies. Here's the mechs. Let's move those bad boys over. Look, there's our birds, there's our mechs. Alright, there we go. Brushes am I using? I am using... Mahalo, you're joking around, god damn it. Birds kind of have two sets of arms. What made you go into art after med school? I was doing, whatchamacallit? I wanted to get into game design. God damn it, Mahalo. So this sort of mech study is not going to be probably as exciting as drawing these real mechs. Or maybe I could do some real mechs, but I was going to do some mechanical anatomy and stuff. This is awesome. I was so pissed Mortal Kombat 11 beta never came. So here I am. Well, thanks for showing up, dude. Do you prefer drawing digitally or traditionally? Depends. I think certain date, it just switches by the day. I don't really know. I like that I can undo. Although I do prefer the feeling of traditional. Can you work for video games while being an artist? That's what a majority of the jobs in the video game industry are. Did I go to any school? I went to Stony Brook for biochemistry, and then I went to med school. None of those really helped me in art, but I'm glad I did it anyway. If I could get any artist, living or dead, on the podcast. I kind of want to get more metal musicians. I'd like to get Randy Blythe from Lamb of God. I'd like to get... Who else do I want? I want to really make it broad though. I want to get like, I mean, Da Vinci would be fucking crazy. It only really helped, the med school really only helped with the names of the anatomy more so than anything. Yeah, I want Michelangelo on the podcast. I don't think he'd understand what a podcast is, so that I think he'd be really fucking confused. Why am I called Modern Day James? That came from a band that my friend Kirk, who's in the chat, him and I were working on. It was called Modern Day Cavalry. And so each of us was modern day blank. Can you show any rendered painted stuff? I'm not really great at it. Here, I can show you one thing. Let me just go to my Facebook real fast. Yeah, I think I think if Da Vinci got on the podcast, he'd be like, I don't know what any of this equipment is or any of this stuff is. I'm really confused. Please leave me alone. And he'd probably try to kill me. Let me see. I have a painting I did a while ago. I don't know how to access it other than via this weird MySpace, or not MySpace, Facebook. Get it via MySpace. Okay, I have two that I kind of like. Okay, so here's a... Oh, wait. I guess I'll share it. One second. Facebook's becoming MySpace. So here is a gouache painting. Not great, but it's just a gouache painting I did a while back. And then I'll share this one. This one was kind of fun. I'm not, like I said, I'm not great at digital painting though. So, all right, I'm gonna upload those though. Yeah, I was doing those James Gurney things. Any tips for replacing those pure black shadows without them looking too strong? I think you have to know how to render the shadows, or render shadows and where they would be, or place them. Do you only listen to this Fever Dream song? No, I'm listening to the whole album now. Just happens to be a great song. All right, let's get back to these studies. Do I have a girlfriend? Yes, I do. We've been dating for almost 3 years now. She lives with me. There's no becoming a Gee playlist. Oops, sorry. I will make that. Oh, this one's good. I want to draw these creepy Boston Dynamics dogs. Do I wear Crocs? I would wear Crocs. Whoa. Are these real? I don't think they're real. Was the riff you did on your music channel from a song? It was from my song. It was a song that I wrote a while back. Do you always have an idea what you're going to draw before you start, or do you make basic? Sometimes I do that. I usually warm up by doing that sort of just like making shapes and seeing what happens. These have so much detail, it's kind of ridiculous. How do you know what to put in mech joints? Well, these mechs aren't from imagination, so you have to ask somebody else. I'm trying to learn how to do that. I did do a couple from imagination yesterday, and it worked out all right, but... Give me some good mechanical shit. There we go. Mechs or cyborgs? I think I like cyborgs. Depends on how cyborgy they are. Kind of like the combination of both. Do an Evangelion mech. I'm not a huge fan of that. I love the show, but I'm not a huge fan of the how sharp all the mechs are. It's not really my style. I kind of like those bulky, heavy mechs. How about a Macross mech? We could do that. I'm doing a real life mech, which is just called a robot. Have I ever worked with 3D? Yeah, it's pretty fun. Those are cool sidebar. What's my favorite things to draw? I've been really enjoying animals. I kind of like, since I've been trying to work on that animation stuff, I've really enjoyed doing like kind of cartoony anatomy and then messing around with that. I love the idea of animating as a thing, especially since I like making videos anyway. I think for me, the main goal with art is to try to tell a story, and I think animation would be a nice combination of everything I do with music, and I could kind of blend everything together. Whereas right now, I don't like the idea of having all these interests that are disjoint. You hate turnarounds too? Why do you say that? I don't know, Khalil. I'm debating it. I think the stylized stuff comes naturally to me a little bit more. Like I can kind of just go from my head and it comes out looking better. What drawing tab am I used? I'm using the Huion GT221 canvas. I like the Huions. They're pretty great. I think I'm required to say they are a sponsor. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Just buy it if you want it. They're pretty good though. I like them. Can you show a drawing of when you were 14? I want to compare. I don't think I have them. I did show some drawings on stream not too long ago. Do I stream often? I've been doing it more often. When I first started the channel, I was doing 3 times a week. Since then, I've had more obligations come up, so then can't do that as much. I love streaming though, it's fun. I'm going to try to do more, or at least 2 per week. Do I schedule a time? It changes. I try to do it around this time every time I stream. Where am I from? I am from the best city in the world, New York. I don't know if it's the best city in the world, but it's pretty great. What's in this song? Do I have recommendations for getting into a flow state? It's hard. Try to limit the distractions as much as you can. I get into it when I'm teaching because I kind of have to draw. Yes, like distractions like my girlfriend walking in fully cloaked. You're going to be in front of the camera in a second. That one. That one. Hey, love. You come in for the live stream?
As a distraction. I had to cover myself.
You can see yourself in the past now.
Oh.
Is that a bear? Nope. We're doing your favorite subject, robots.
Oh god, that one's a particularly scary one.
Yeah.
Look at his hands.
I know.
It's like little. What did you just say dildos on the live stream?
Hi, James' girlfriend, says Frank Taku. How do you keep productive throughout the week? A lot of Adderall, heavy amounts of drinking. What else? What other bad advice can I give people?
For staying what? Focused?
For staying focused. So I said Adderall, lots of heavy drinking,
Crack.
smoking crack.
Ooh, what's in my hair? Oh yeah, I forgot I did this. That's really.
Cocaine, yeah, there you go. Anglerfish.
I think that's in reference to my hair.
Oh.
Because I have my bangs like rubber banded.
Oh, okay. Not sponsored by Adderall. No, we're not.
We're sponsored by
We're just trying to ruin the minds of the youth.
Did you attend an art or you college?
No, I did not attend an art university. I attended a science university where we did sciencey things and cut open dead people. Remember, kids, weed is better than crack. That's true.
It's true.
He's not
Although
wrong.
He was telling us about high functioning heroin addicts.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Was that
Was it not Palmer? Was it Scotto? Yeah, that's super weird to think about. Still not something I would suggest.
I like that I'm just fucking crouched here.
That's okay. Did I start drawing after uni then? Yes. We call it college here in America. In Murica. Hey, bye, George.
Alright.
Is that your lady? Yes, it is. When did I start drawing? I just picked it up yesterday for the first time. It's pretty fun though. I think I'll stick with it. I think I'll stick with it. Right, it was like a couple days ago maybe?
Yeah, it's been almost a week.
Since Adderall is sought by many for productivity, can you elaborate on the negative effects for an artist? I think it's a terrible idea. I was definitely kidding. But honestly, it's not a good idea. Don't do it.
Okay, I do work now.
Love you.
I do work like this.
Is there more coffee?
There isn't, but I can make one.
Yes. If you could do that, it'd be really fun. How do I get a lady? Someone asks. What happened? Oh, okay. Carly says, give them a fuzzy blanket. Too much PDA on stream? Hey. You're the one asking for how to get a woman. I think you're being too PDA. You watch cartoons, anime, or both? I watch people play StarCraft. Yeah, we heard this before. I have played Sekiro. I like it. It's not my favorite in comparison to Dark Souls, but still good. Top 5 books every artist must read. Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Mostly just because you have to read that in high school. How do you choose the Bible? Listen, we might not have Christians in the stream. How do I choose artists you make videos on? There's a lot more I'd like to make videos on. I just happened to choose Kim Jong-gi and Evan because those are the ones I was into at the time. But I don't want to beat a dead horse and keep making videos on artist style. I don't know. Maybe I should. I have a couple more that I want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to like. I don't beat a dead horse, as I said. Feed a fed horse. How many hours do I think I've clocked in drawing? I have no idea. Definitely over the 10,000 number. Actually, I don't know how many hours there are in a day or in a year. I don't know how many hours there are in a day. I'm pretty sure there's like 27. You're bringing Ahmed to the podcast. Yeah, of course. Have you finished? Hey, I didn't ignore you, dude. You just, I just have a lot of comments going by. Don't worry. I'll answer you. Have you finished the Loomis book that you recommended earlier? Yeah. I mean, you never really finished with a particular book necessarily, but. With reference, you try to learn what you're looking at and pick up on some of the details. I think you can't really appreciate the like what's happening in the shapes if you don't try to draw it yourself. You also try to add your own style to it. Like with the birds, you can see I'm doing a lot of different styles. It's pretty different from what the reference was. So you try to study the movements, particularly with the anatomy. You're trying to study the movements and stuff. With the mech things, I'm trying to see what sort of shapes are in there. You got to study from reference. There's no other way to get better. That's like your scales in music. You got to do it. You're not stupid because you can't draw a smooth line. It is not an easy prospect. How much do you look at the Discord server? At least once per day. I check it out. Is the brainstorm mentorship you run based at a particular time for international students? It is, but we can actually try to work something out because the number of students is pretty low and my schedule is pretty much only based on that class. So I can just move things around if everybody agrees to it. I gotta say this mech or this robot has so many details, it's a pain in the butt to draw, but this is when drawing isn't necessarily fun. I think I might move on because it's not fun. Maybe I'll just articulate or take out certain details. Is that Atlas? Yes, it is. Another thing I wanted to do was just look at just mechanical subjects in general. So reference everything until you can do it all from memory. Yeah, I think not that you can necessarily do it all from memory. I don't think there's an artist out there aside from Kim Jung-gi that doesn't use reference. Try drawing them without panels. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. It's not even worth it. Is it important to know how to draw before learning to paint? I think so. I'm going to do something lame that you guys don't want to see, but I'll do it anyway. One of my favorite mech references. Well, I have a few ones that I like. I'll show you the best mech references. Shit like that. Let me look for some more also. Can you draw Metal Gear? No, not today. Can I ask your age? I'm 72. I know I look young for my age. It's kind of surprising. If you had to work full-time in an unrelated field, how would you divide up your free time? It's not easy, dude. It's not easy. I know that it's a difficult choice. I actually usually suggest people find a way to leave whatever they're doing full-time if they're trying to do art full-time. I don't know. I actually don't have a good answer to that. Here, I'm going to change it before we have to listen to this again because people are going to get upset. What's my workout plan? Yeah, just go for a run and then do some yoga and rock climb. Can you draw a seahorse looking mech? No, probably not. Probably would fuck it up. Alright, let's get started. I'm stalling. Is rock climbing difficult? Yes, it's so hard, but it's awesome. It's like a nice, fun hobby that I don't feel bad about not being that great at. And also, all my friends go, so it's really nice to delve into and just enjoy. Whoa, there's so much stuff going on. Would you recommend doing a master's in art? No. Not personally, but if you think it's something you should do, don't let me stop you from doing that. I personally wouldn't do it, but especially if you have to pay money to do it. Unless you think it's really going to help your art. Do I take on freelance projects at this point? No, I don't need to. Kind of just do whatever I feel like it's kind of funny. I make the videos, I do the mentorship. The sponsors are pretty cool because then I can focus a little bit more on the video content. Like because of the Skillshare sponsorship, I'm getting a second video out this month, which is awesome. It's been a little bit slow lately. I'll read that in a second. Is Jeff still a sponsor? Jeff, the Jeffrey Talbot, the one who did the geoforms. If that's what you're asking, then yes. If you're talking about a random person, Jeff, that I don't know of, then no. It is a pretty awesome lifestyle. It can get like surprisingly stressful, but it's also kind of cool. Hold on. Jeff Bezos, just a random guy. Oh, that Jeff. Oh, yeah, just that random dude. I could technically still do the Audible one, but it's not really worth it, and I don't like to support Amazon so much. Let's see, what type of jobs you've done in the entertainment industry? Not really anything. Mostly just brainstorm. The only reason why I kind of know I was on the right track is just because John Park and James reached out to me, and they like have obviously done a ton of stuff. But had that not happened, I don't think I would have really known if I was doing the right thing. And I guess like the YouTube success helps as well, knowing that I'm kind of like, you know, I wasn't wrong in sticking to my guns and kind of doing what it was I wanted to do. But could you make a sketchbook tour? I could do a sketchbook tour. The only issue is I just do things in all different sketchbooks. I'm very unorganized. That's why I have like, I just put all the good ones on Instagram. But I have a tendency, if I think a sketch came out all right, I'll experiment with it and see if I can do something different with it and see like, oh, maybe I'll paint over it and see if it still looks good. And most of those experiments fail and then it looks like shit. Have any favorite art-related magazines? No, not really. I don't really read them. Still going to Lightbox Expo. Yeah, I'll probably go to that. Especially since he offered me the thing, so it'd be kind of rude not to go. I'm not really much of a festival person, or not a festival, but like a convention. That's what I mean. Rosie the maid. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, okay. Well, we will fix all of it. It's still coffee. Thank you, love. Did I get Sekiro? Yes, I did. It's a little too... I have some complaints about it. It's a little too, like, straightforward for me. It's the combat system is awesome, and I think the gameplay is a lot of fun. It's just something about it is not my favorite, though. Bloodborne is, in fact, better. I agree with that. Draw or paint? Draw. All day, boys. I felt Sekiro was a bit too linear. I am of agreement with you on that. Or in agreement with you on that. I also feel like because it still used like Dark Souls and Bloodborne graphics, but your character moved faster, so I think it's harder to really appreciate and interpret what's going on in the environment. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like you couldn't... I feel like it was a lot harder to appreciate what was going on. Looking forward to that Game of Thrones Season 8? Yeah, I am. Castlevania / Metroid fan. Castlevania I like, I just don't play it I didn't play it very often. Metroid, yes. Have I played The Last of Us? I actually haven't, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I gotta play The Last of Us for sure. Also, I'm pretty sure Aton's worked on that, so that would make sense that he works for Naughty Dog, so I should give him some support and play the goddamn game. I could be wrong. I don't remember if he worked on that or not, or if that was before him. How many hours a day would you recommend someone draw to get better? Really depends on how efficient you are, you know? You can do a lot that doesn't help. I feel like sometimes I do a lot of stuff that's just like not helping, but I don't really know. I don't have a good answer for that one either. That is probably the question I get asked the most, though. I like how rather than turning the canvas, I turn my fucking body. Yeah, I would do a full workday at least. 24 hours a day. Yes. I would say if you're not doing 24 hours a day of drawing, you're a failure, for sure. Where did I learn? Just mostly online stuff. Books, online. I'm really bad at like having teachers, which is ironic because I teach. I hate learning from people. I don't want anybody to teach me. I actually took a brainstorm class and I left after didn't stay after the first session. I was like, I don't want to learn from anybody. I'm really resistant to learning from people. I bet Kim Jong-gi draws 24 hours a day. Nah, he doesn't. Not even him. What's this song called? I forget, but it's by Johnny Booth. They say left-handed people can learn drawing easier. Good for them. Everything else in life is harder for them. I don't know if that's true. Am I related to Sean Gordon Murphy? I'm not. How long did it take me to become a professional artist? I guess 3 years would be the number. Maybe 2.5 or so. But I had been, kind of drawing before that. I kind of hit a weird zone, though, with the YouTube thing. Is it true that drawing with the whole arm helps you pre-visualize better? No, I don't think so. No, don't change your dominant hand. That's a terrible idea. All right, let's listen to... I don't think I can show you the setup, just because I don't have the cameras set up properly. Oh man, I didn't know you were going to stream today. Sorry. I didn't let you know. Do I think it's possible for a 17-year-old who's about to go into college to become a professional artist? It depends. Do you mean like immediately? Because I don't think it's not easy to get a job in art immediately. Like, are you trying to say instead of going to college? And then you'd have to be honest with yourself about your skill level versus like what the industry is requiring. If you're saying, do you think I should draw as opposed to go to college? There is a benefit to that. But I don't want you to go to your parents and then say modern day James told me not to go to college. Parents get real upset about that stuff. Do I like Radiohead? Yeah. I don't listen to enough Radiohead, but a lot of the stuff I've heard is really awesome. It seems like a band that I would be really obsessed with. And they do a lot of really cool stuff of like making music that's pretty technical but also really catchy and like easy to listen to. What do you think about artistic burnout? How do you deal with it? There's definitely a lot of that. You have to take breaks, go do something like go for a run, do something physical. You have to do something that's like the opposite of art, which is sitting here. Find ways to make art fun, life drawing, that sort of thing. I don't know what this form is doing. I can only guess, so let's guess. "15 Step" is actually awesome. I know this song, it's great. Is my book complete? No. That's why I'm sending out those refunds slowly but surely. Sorry, everybody. Don't kill me. I'm trying. The song is "Blood Eagle" by Periphery. The drawings are not from imagination. It would be cool if I remembered this stuff, but they are in fact from reference. I've been doing mostly reference drawings on stream because I was trying to do all imaginative drawing on streams, and then I got really disheartened when it didn't turn out the way I wanted. So I was just like, I don't know. It needed a pretty big break from doing that. Just go on Pinterest for references. How should I use the no screen tablet? You just get used to knowing where its position is on the screen and look at the screen. Just gotta get used to it. Once you get used to it, it's not that bad. I used it for a majority of the beginning of the YouTube channel. The no screen tablet. And then I got a screen tab and I was like, okay, never mind. Do you find learning fundamentals alone to be somewhat frustrating? Yeah, of course. But I think I don't really consider, if I'm doing like drawings of anatomy and animals and stuff, I don't really consider that just fundamentals. It's not pure illustration, but it's like, that stuff to me is fun. All right. Sorry, Spencer Sotelo, but now I don't want to hear you sing. What are we going to listen to? Let's listen to The Faceless. Oh, he meant boxes and planes. Yeah, that stuff's not fun. But it's not necessarily fun, but I think it's... I mean, I think it's a necessary evil. It's not evil at all, but you get the point. Boxes are evil. No, boxes aren't evil. Uh-oh. Michael Keane, stop singing. So, you can't sing, dude. Don't tell him I said that. I can't believe you draw while listening to this. That's just what I've been used to for so long. How long did it take you to not... it took me a bit of time. You just get more and more used to seeing perspective without having to do the underdrawings. And then eventually you just start to prefer not using the underdrawing. I know I do. I did not go to art school. What's cool machinery that would be sci-fi looking? This is pretty good. Let's see what else. I just typed in DeWalt because I used to do construction, so have a ton of DeWalt shit just lying around. Toasters. You can, I think you can rewind if you want to watch the earlier part of the live stream. I did talk for a lot. I answered a lot of questions today. Vacuum clean. That might actually be good. Let's check that out. Not entirely what I'm looking for, but it's as a good suggestion. Might be able to get the... I did not design these things. I'm just studying today. What about 50s retro computers? Kirk, you might be onto something. Also, what are you doing in Texas? I don't know Ashley Wood's robots, but I'm sure they're pretty good. You do some everyday exercises? No, not entirely. I just happen to be working on a mech video, so I'm trying to do stuff that sort of fits into that. Do you live thanks to YouTube? So I do YouTube. I do premium videos. I have a mentorship through John Park's Brainstorm. I'm trying to shift the focus more to the YouTube because we got some corporate sponsors now, which is cool. So I can start putting out some more videos. But all of this stuff came as a result of the YouTube channel. Thank you so much that you like that I work hard. Where are you in regards to applying color theory? I'm not very good at it. Alright, I got some stuff. Ghost in the Shell does have a lot of robots. I'm trying to look at some real life stuff though, just because I don't want to necessarily take from other artists. I got some stuff. Cup of Metamorphosis. There we go. Yeah, I'm looking at those car assembly robots now. There's actually a particular thing I'm looking for, but I don't remember what it's called. There's like a particular component of, I think it's engines. Cat vehicles, yes they are. Sorry, I'll get back to it in a second. I know I'm like kind of dilly-dallying. Go ahead and give us your best scream. Not on stream. I used to do the backups. I just usually keep them. Occasionally I'll post the studies on my Instagram, so you get a little bit of that there. Usually I'll do a lot of these studies before I do a video. Right now it's kind of in the middle of a video. Is that fucking real? No, that can't be real. Yeah, it's not real. Okay, sorry. JCB3. Oh, let me see what that is. Turbine engines have a lot of detail. I think it might be too much. But I think I got something. Got some stuff. Oh, here we go. Now I got the good stuff. Just realized you haven't followed on Twitter. Oh, you gotta follow on Twitter, where I post absolutely nothing. That's where all the important nothings go. Yeah, solo's awesome. I mean, Michael Keane, the guitarist slash composer, is a badass. I just think he shouldn't really sing, but that's okay. I'm not one of those anti-singing metal guys. I'm just anti-him singing. Thinks he's cynic now. If I ever heard of Kim Jung-gi, of course. Got a whole series on him. That's how the channel got big in the first place. Thank you, Mr. Kim Jung-gi. YouTube's kind of fucked up though, because it's like if I don't put him in the title, or don't put like clickbaity titles, the videos get so many fewer views, which is kind of annoying because I should just be able to title it whatever. Shouldn't be a problem. I'm saying particularly now that the channel's established and whatnot. Pretty sure just half the subscribers don't get the notification that the video is out. Such a pain in the butt. Stop singing, Michael Keane. Let's listen to some more hardcore shit. Actually, not really hardcore, but let's go to fucking Code Orange. Did they put out their new thing yet? No. To be fair, I only learned about the bell thing the other week. Yeah, it's fine. It's not your fault. I'm not complaining about you. I'm just complaining about the way the YouTube thing works. Slipknot fan? Yeah, Slipknot's pretty awesome. I don't, I was one of those haters growing up, so it's like, I don't have a big, I don't listen to them too often, but in hindsight, they're pretty great. Thought it was hilarious when Cynics was here being a mech dictator. Yeah, it was great. I learned a bit though. It's awesome having somebody like that. More like Metals A. James. Yeah, I wish I started the channel with that title. Hey, thanks so much. Metal James solid, goddammit. Nano machines. Oh shit. Actually, I don't like this track all that much. I think it's one of the weaker ones on the album. This one's cool. I like Taco Tuesday, James, except it's Wednesday. Listening to your wisdom during class. Oh, awesome. Thank you. It's nice to hear somebody whispering in your ear. I do kind of get whispery when I'm sitting here focused. Listening to Necrophagus. Nice. I like Necrophagus a lot. Oh, we're so tough. We're Code Orange. Blah. We're so fucking tough. Boom, boom, bang, 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 bang. We're so tough. That's actually the real lyrics. We're a bunch of skinny white dudes, but we're fucking tough. Do I listen to any movie soundtracks? Yeah. I like the one from There Will Be Blood. That's actually Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead. I'm glad you got the lyrics down. What about Tool? I'm not the biggest Tool fan, to be honest. I got an issue with Maynard's voice. All my friends are Tool fans, though. I respect that will annoy people. That's okay. That's just not my thing. Never heard of Tool. No Tool fan? Bye. Yep, that's kind of the reaction I expected. It's not about it. I don't know why. There's something about Maynard's voice that bothers the crap out of me. I feel like he's kind of trying to sound smart or something, which is exactly what I do on my videos, so. Who's the dick now? Half the subscribers lost. I do like Avenged Sevenfold, particularly the everything with City of Evil and before. I was a big fan of. You need an Einstein IQ to really like Tool. Alright, I think I'm done. I'm done with that sketch. I think I'm done in general. I've been going for a bit here. Here's some birds from yesterday and a couple birds from today. Those aren't robots. These are robots. Those are going to be in the new video. Do I have anything else to say? You should probably listen to some heavy music. It's good for your soul. Oh, sorry, Ridley. We're headed out, my friend. Tool fans are only people who can appreciate Rick and Morty. I can sit and chat for a bit before I leave. Of course, as soon as I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna draw for a bit, then everyone's like, that's usually when the questions stop. What tool? You mean the band, or what tool am I using? Listen to Nickelback. No thanks. I like something funny that I found out. I had been referring to Imagine Dragons as the new Nickelback, and then I found out that that's actually a thing people are saying, and I was very happy to find out. What reference did I study? Today I was just doing weird robot stuff. Corey Taylor said it. Oh yeah. When I read How to Draw, How to Render, did you just read the techniques and then jump into references? I did do a lot of just copying what was in the book. But I think you have to just start applying those. And then, like, there's more types of studies that you have to do, you know, studying from real life and stuff. Have I been recognized in public? Yes, I have. It was very weird. I actually have been recognized more from the band I was in, though. Dream Theater, I actually know John Petrucci, which is kind of funny. My brother teaches his son guitar. I don't know why you would expect that John would teach his own son guitar, because he's good. I don't know. It's very weird. Cats are making noise. Was that my stomach growling? No, I don't think so. Might have been the cat. Or it might be the music. Or maybe my body is just making noises that I didn't notice. Any advice for younger artists who are unhappy with where they are? Stick to it. Don't be so hard on yourself. You can only get better. I think that's really the thing. You got to keep telling yourself that you're gonna do well. You know, I am inspired by Anime Mecha. I think it's awesome. You just have to don't beat yourself up too much. That's generally the theme. That was The New Reality by Code Orange. Do I need to study portrait drawing to stylize my drawings? No. I think you just need to study other artists' styles to do that. You should just draw what you want to draw. Did you just ask if you could record a segment in that boardroom? I actually rented it out. There's websites where you can book places to film, and that was on there. And so full camera setup was fine in there. Better in their heyday, Anthrax or Slayer? I'm gonna have to go with Anthrax. I'm not a huge Slayer person. I find it good. To not think about the future. We're gonna be good to study hard every day. That works. Double Daniel, NB's movies. I actually don't know. Wait, who is NB? Is there something that I'm missing? Kind of random, but how tall are you? Not very tall. A solid 5'7". Which tablet do I use? I'm using the Huion Canvas GT 221 Pro. Metallica, not a huge fan. Am I thinking in terms of angles when you draw forms? Yes. I just sort of have like, I just think about repeated shapes and like how they span vanishing points. So if you know how boxes and stuff, like if you imagine, let's just say if you imagine you have a box, let me draw it real fast. If you have a box and you understand the mechanics of what happens when you change the camera, right? So here's this box. If I lift the camera up and it's staring above, and you understand that these lines are going to become more parallel, and this is going to start to converge. Well, then what you can do is imagine these. You take these vertices and then imagine them as shapes, right? So that can start to translate into anything. Let's say I just do this shape. Well, then I can just repeat it by going along this line to that other vertice and then just repeat it on the far side. And you start to see things that way as opposed to really getting hunkered down with like the vanishing points and whatnot. You know, add some details and whatnot. Anyway. Best band of the big four. Those mechs are studies. What if you imagine dragons? Goddamn. I like District 9. I love that movie. Have I listened to Meshuggah's first album? I believe so. Let me put it on. Hold on. Because Meshuggah is one of my favorites, but I don't remember if the album that I'm thinking of is the last or is the first one. Did I ever try 3D modeling? Yes, it's a lot of fun. So, is Chaos Sphere destroy? Oh no, wait. Contradictions collapse. I didn't know this. Hold on, wait. Do I like fitness? God damn it, Kirk. Get out of here. I have played Sekiro. Any artists that inspire me, there's a ton. Eliza Ivanova, Kim Jong-gi, Ian McCaig, Natalie Hall, I believe her name is. Andrew K. Mart. There's a bunch. So yeah, about the perspective thing, I think if you can just figure out how forms rotate, then you can just replace the vertices with shapes, and it gets easier. Paul Bonner, I don't know him actually. And going back to birds, I like the way they look. What's the best way to teach yourself? Books, good resources, keep practicing, do life drawing. My tablet does not gent. It's very unfortunate. Just a shame. This is pretty unexpected from Meshuggah, but I like. It's very thrashy, but then you get Future Breed Machine. What do I think of Behemoth? I love Behemoth. Do I ever dabble in animation? Yeah, that's actually the main thing I want to do. I am a full-time YouTube and teacher person. If you gave me a nickel, would you take your nickel back? No, I'd let you have it. How long do you think you had to do perspective studies before it just clicked in your brain? It's a bit of doing that and then supplementing it with life drawing and then seeing those things happening in real life. It just gets easier and easier. I don't really know. Maybe it was 2 years, 3 years. Oops, sorry. If I give you $1, can I get some nickels back? No, Riddell. Good call. Do you see it on the page before you ink it? I don't usually just ink. I just go straight in. I don't ink. Unless you mean, do I see the sort of perspective thing first? I guess I do. Yeah, I do visualize first, yeah. Which facial feature was hardest for me? I feel like the nose is frustrating. It always looks kind of weird. Oh wait, I don't have anything open on this. Yeah, you have to see your lines in your third eye. How do you study texture? Study things like birds. They have a ton of texture. Look at other artists. Try to figure, try to see what they're doing, how they're solving certain problems. Have I used TV Paint? I have it open right here. I'm not going to show you guys any animations, but that's what I'm doing. I'm working through Eric Blaze's stuff because I want to try to get better at that animation. What helped you most with your art? No, it's okay. I'm sitting here taking questions, so there's no need to apologize. I honestly think drawing from life helped me the most, or drawing from life, drawing from reference. I love going on the subway and drawing people. Do I ever do critiques? Yeah, I do it in group lessons. I do it in group lessons and my mentorship. Fortunately, you do have to pay for them. Your boy's got to make some money. It's got hungry animals to feed. Very, very hungry critters. Is TV Paint better than CSP? I don't even know what CSP is, unfortunately. So I don't know. Do I draw in anime style? Not usually. I haven't since I was like 8, maybe. There's some cool animes though. Your boy needs money for which I don't feed. That's not true. Don't listen to cynics. No new animals. Clip Studio Paint I haven't used, so I can't speak on behalf of it. I have not gotten any new animals. Although I have seen some rats in the city, so they've been lingering around. You know what's really good for mech stuff too? Look at this stuff. All these shapes and bolts in here are really cool. All this kind of stuff is good. This. Yeah, this is what I was looking for before, but I couldn't find it. This kind of shape language and stuff is really interesting. I love playing Find the Rat. I love it except when it's in my goddamn apartment. Then I hate it. Do I have any pets? So many. I have not tried the Animdescent plugin for Photoshop. I'll check it out. I like drawing in Photoshop, so I'll check that out. Let me look that up now. What did I type to find that? I have no idea. I just went on a... I just kept going down things. I think I got here from car engines. I don't really know, though. I kind of just go on these rabbit holes. Yeah, the way I'm trying to do mechs is like breaking it down first into understanding the whatchamacallits, the understanding the joints, and then after that, getting the shapes. The Pinterest wormhole, yeah, it really is a wormhole. Alright, I'm downloading this Animdescent thing. Better UI, cool. Yeah, I'll check out Clip Studio Paint as well. Did you watch Love, Death, and Robots? No, I have not. Haven't seen it. Do I do murals? No, I don't. I usually do everything very small, or like relatively small. Alright, I'm downloading Clip Studio. Alright, I think you guys are slowing down on the questions, so I think I should get going now. I gotta do some work. Rather than bullshit all day. Right? Some of us gotta get some work done. I gotta appease the Skillshare overlords. They're already sending me emails. So I gotta get this next video done. It's very strange. I get emails from... Oh wait, I'm not supposed to talk about this. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to you guys later. No, I'm not doing a Skillshare tutorial. I'm talking... It's the sponsorship thing. Alright guys, I will talk to you all later. Peace out. Thanks so much for coming. Go listen to Meshuggah.